Welcome to On the Chain.
So Rep. Bill Huizenga tweets out today, it has been 379 days since Gary Gensler appeared before the House Financial Services Committee. That's the same committee that Maxine Waters chairs at the moment. Recently released SEC Gov IG report found the agency sometimes relied, now get this one, Chip, relied on staff with little or no experience in rulemaking due to its aggressive agenda and increased attrition.
Yeah, they're bleeding staff apparently. And, well, who really wants to work at the SEC? Let's be honest. I mean, it's not like they've got this stellar. There's a couple different three-letter agencies. The SEC is one of them. There's a couple other ones where there's some major attrition just because they're getting, it's not one of the places you go like, hey, I'm going to go work here. I'd be like, really? So that's a big issue. What else does Huizenga have to say?
He says, when the Financial Committee Republicans return to the majority, we will conduct vigorous oversight over an agency that currently has none. To view the IG's full report, click here. So there you go. There's a lot. Man, people are quaking in their boots. Think they're, terrified about what's going on right now.
I have to say, Jeff, it's absolutely incredible that sometimes, sometimes we do have it. We, the people, do have an impact. And, the pressure is good. You got to lay on the pressure. You got to lay on the pressure because it does have an effect. For example, look at this one here. Here's Charles Gasparino. He said, breaking Inspector General's report on the Gary Gensler's tenure at the SEC confirms the reporting we've done at Fox Business that uncovered a significant turnover in the senior ranks. This isn't the minions. This is the senior ranks of the commission. Yep. Story developing. John Deaton from on John Deaton's Crypto Law commented.
Yep.
Programming note related to the Charles Gasparino tweet on the SEC Inspector General investigating staff turnover.
Now look at Eleanor's tweet, because Eleanor Terrett has a tweet and with an actual percentage. I've got it pulled up here.
Pull that. We'll go ahead and throw that one up there.
So hang on.
I'm taking mine out of there. You keep putting it back.
So Eleanor is saying the SEC's IG report confirms our reporting from back in May. The SEC is seeing its highest attrition in 10 years. Most concerning is the attrition rate in senior officer and attorney positions. About 20.8% senior officers and 8.4% for attorneys for the fiscal year of 2022, respectively. So that's, it's bleeding. It's bleeding. Those are pretty big numbers. Obviously, there's something massive going on over there. They don't have faith. Have zero faith in leadership, and that's what happens. No faith in leadership, and people are going to flee. And that's what's going on right now.
Well, should we cross-reference that with anybody working on any one of these either the SEC case against Ripple or the one against Library, or the other one is a reverse one, but fighting the Bitcoin spot ETF against the SEC. So I'm wondering if any of them those seniors were working. They're like, I don't want to work on this. I don't believe in this. Like, who knows what it is? But I can't imagine it's you might work there and say, hey, I used to work at the SEC, but then it becomes at some point it becomes a detriment, Jeff. It's like not a good thing anymore. It's like, well, wait a minute, you worked at the SEC? Move on, pal. You're done.
Crazy. I mean, it's just very interesting on how things keep progressing, but at the same exact time, so it just seemed, Chip, they're dropping. That's why there's so much attrition right now at the SEC, because the writing is on the wall. Here you got Crypto Law just adding another nice document here, another amicus brief that was filed by Philip Goldstein and Investor Choice Advocates, or ICON, and Exhibit. You can look at it here. Click. But here, ICON is a nonprofit law firm focused on expanding access to markets by underrepresented investors and entrepreneurs, which has litigated against the SEC. Man, they're getting clobbered. We can go in here and open this up and look at it. But the point, it's not really so much what's in this amicus brief, that was just filed. It's the fact that the SEC is getting hammered, Chip. left and right.
Yeah,
They
left
just
and
can't,
right.
can't seem to do anything, accurately. But but they're right,
Accurately. You can't even
or
forget about accurately.
or
They
I
can't do
should I should say
anything
properly, or
properly. Okay, there you
anything.
go. Accurately.
Yeah,
Everything.
not accurately. They can't do anything
There's the
properly.
one I was looking for, Jeff. So look at this. Eleanor
But yeah,
Tarrant,
this is
Ellie
just
Tarrant from
crushing.
Fox Business. She said that SEC IG report also notes that department managers raising concerns about difficulties managing resources and completing other mission-related work. Due to other dramatic increase in rulemaking, staff from their offices have been borrowed to help with the rulemaking process. And here it is right here. There's the rulemaking process. And look, it's so funny. It's like it went up, and then right around 2020, it started dropping. And now activity, the rulemaking activity is up again. And again, do you know who makes rules? The SEC doesn't make rules. Congress makes rules. John Deaton said, look at this paragraph. As a result, the SEC risked hiring attorneys who did not meet all qualifications required for their position. It's like, we need bodies. Get them in. Get them in. Get them in. Get them in.
Look at this. Look at this next statement.
Read it. It's insane, right?
Can you believe that they're not confirming whether or not the person they hired as an attorney passed the bar or not. Now, I like how John's saying, I see its quality control is on level as their conflict screening. I mean, it's like, what in the, you're going to go hire attorneys, but then you don't verify whether or not you pass the bar. But I guess, but you got Gary Gensler who's running around, preaching law, and he's not an attorney, and then you've got, it's just crazy, right from the top, all the way down. That's the thing. From the president down, you got issues, and it's very, very concerning at this point, so people, but you know what? People don't follow losers. They want true leadership. And when the city's burning down, people flee, and they start looking for other alternative options. They don't want to go down with a sinking ship. And I think, a lot of people that are employed as to they senior positions, 20% attrition. And that's probably going to grow even more as things progress. But they see these senior positions. They don't want to lose out. If you go down with the ship, then you're really in trouble.
Yeah, exactly. And then just one more on this one, Jeff, just one more, because I just love it, because you can't beat a dead horse enough, especially if its name is Gary Gensler. You just keep beating that horse, right? So
Gary, the G man.
So John Deaton said this, and he said, and it just keeps coming for those at the SEC. How demoralizing it must be to work under a guy like Gary Gensler. It's so obvious that he is using the SEC to try and score political points for his own agenda. He will use the SEC and could care less if he destroys it. Why not? He has his $120 million. What does he care?
He could care less, and he's very careless.
Are you down with OTC? Please like, subscribe, and click the bell to be notified when the next video drops.